Casey, since we didn't get to celebrate your birthday, I thought we should at least bring some attention to some of the other things that were happening in 1956, the year you were born. So let me ask you, you're considered a baby boomer, right?
1956. Hell yes, I'm a
You're
baby boomer.
Okay.
The 50s, baby.
All right, so here we go. In 1956, the first hard disk of 5 megabytes was invented by IBM.
Wow, 5
Right.
megabytes. Woo!
Yes.
Back it up.
So black and white TV sets were sold for the first time, and an oral vaccine was developed against polio by Albert Sabin. And here's
Which
some
I
more.
had. I
You
actually
did?
had the oral. They didn't give it to me, of course, in 56, but
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
later on I got it.
So here's a couple more. The U.S. population at the time was about 170 million people.
Isn't that shocking? And we're at 330.
Yep. Life expectancy was 69.7 years.
Let's go back there.
Average yearly income was slightly higher at $4,450. The cost of a new home was $11,700.
Which wouldn't even be a down payment anymore.
The cost of a new car was $2,050.
$2,050. Could you get a car for $2,000?
I've had some
Yugo.
$2,000 cars for sure.
You go.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what you could get.
Yeah. The federal hourly minimum wage was $1 an hour.
I will tell you that my first job as an LVN, as an aide, I made $1.53 an hour. And as an LVN, I made $4.53 an hour.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
sad.
not much. So the cost of a first class postage stamp was 3 cents.
Wow.
And so if that's not enough, just to let you know, in 56, the television remote was invented. So I'm sure obesity rates skyrocketed. after
Skyrocketed as soon as
right?
that happened. And it kills me that it was so early that the remote, they just came out with black and white and they already had the remote.
I know,
Dang.
huh? So they're just like, here's this new thing. How can you get as lazy as possible
Right.
with it, right?
Don't get up to change that channel.
So Sony exported its first product to Canada, which was a transistor radio.
Did it have a bomb in it? No.
So Betty Naismith, a secretary, invented Mistake Out, which was
Thank
later
God they changed the
renamed
name.
to liquid paper. So 1 in 3
But I love
high
it that a
school-
woman came up with liquid paper.
Well, women make lots of mistakes, so you'd attribute that to them for sure. 1 in 3 high school graduates.
Woo! I am surprised that God doesn't rain down some
You
snow
just
or hail or
wafted that
a
up
lightning
to
thing.
me.
I
I mean,
sure
it
did.
was
I
just
sure
like-
did. You could bat it out of the park.
So
God's going to get you later, though.
So 1 in 3 high school graduates attended college at the time.
And what is it now? Probably 1 in 10 or
Less,
12.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a new dance craze sweeping the world. It was called rock and roll.
Woo!
Yeah, it was a fad, obviously. It's not going to stick around. And in Phoenix, Arizona, a 6-pound, 7-ounce baby girl was born, and it was reported that the nurses heard her talking before she even came out of the womb.
Well, now, see, that can't be true because I had taken an intrauterine breath. And so when I was born, my lungs were filled with amniotic fluid.
That's
so
disgusting.
you could say that I was, filled with caca from the get-go.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us today, and happy birthday.
Happy belated birthday. And my birthday was on Cinco de Mayo. I'd like everybody to know. Yay! Isn't that great? I like it.
That was a look at your birth year, 1956.